Welcome back to Flying Scotsman FM channel, and we are looking at the first tactic of FM24. This is the 3-4-3 triple threat. As we can see, we have tested this with Liverpool and have won the treble of the Carabao Cup, the Europa League against Roma 3-1, and we have won the Premier League by a point over Manchester City. What we'll do is we'll take a look into each of these competitions and see exactly how we achieved this. The Carabao Cup run started off with a 5-1 victory over Fulham at Anfield quite convincingly, with Núñez scoring twice, McAllister twice and Tsimikas with the other. We then beat Leicester 3-1 in the fourth round before beating rivals Manchester United 3-2 in Old Trafford. We scored in the 92nd minute to make it 3-1. They then pulled one back a minute later to make it 3-2 to have a nervy ending there. In the semi-finals we were gifted with a doubleheader against Sunderland, which we won comfortably in the end 9-5. So maybe not as comfortable as we would like, but it was goals. If you were neutral, you would love this semi-final clash. Before then moving to Wembley and beating Manchester City 2-1 in the final, with Endo scoring in injury time. Europa League now, and we absolutely smashed our group of Olympiacos, TSC and Astana, scoring 21 goals, winning 5 games and only conceding the 1 goal. We'll take a look at exactly how this happened with the fixtures. So we beat Olympiacos 2-0 before beating Astana 4-0 away from home, a 3-0 thumping of TSC before beating them 6-0 at Anfield. We then drew with Olympiacos 1 each before then beating Astana 5-0 again. So in the round of 16 we were drawn against Galatasaray, beating them 3-0 away in Turkey before beating them 3-0 again at home. Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo and Mo Salah, the front three in the day, scoring the goals to win 6-0 in aggregate, before setting up a relatively easy tie against Feyenoord in the quarter-finals, winning 3-2 away in Holland before then winning 3-1 at Anfield, setting up another tie against Olympiacos. This time winning 2-1 away from home before beating them 2-0 at Anfield led us to the Europa League final in Dublin, where we saw a 3-1 victory and a convincing win as we were 3-0 up with less than half an hour to play. And last but not least, we have the league fixtures, where we won 28 games, drew 7 and only lost 3, while scoring 109 goals along the way, conceding 24. But as you can see, Manchester City only finishing a point behind. Throughout the season, we were up and down up until game week 30, where we beat Nottingham Forest, and from there we just cruised to the top. As you can see, Manchester City dipped down to 5th place, up into 4th, and they kind of just climbed their way back up into 2nd. So there we have it. A treble with Liverpool. Looking at the data hub, we can see we have managed to score 2.87 goals per game from a non-penalty expected goals of 2.49, but conceding only 0.63 goals per game, which is absolutely phenomenal. Looking at the team performance, we can see we have outperformed our expected goals, points and even position, as we were expected to finish 2nd place. So who was actually expected to finish first? Man City were expected to finish first, despite the fact that they were down in 5th for a period of time just before this. Looking at the squad stats today, we will see the goals have come from Mo Salah with 33, 27 for Cody Gakpo, 22 for Darwin Núñez and 21 for Jota. We'll also see where the assists are coming from. Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right back with 22 assists, Tsimikas and Robertson sharing the left back role, combining for 31 assists between them. Next up, in its Scottish Cinch Championship, winners now at Dunfermline Athletic, winning the league quite comfortably, 16 points ahead of Dundee United in 2nd. We also won the SPFL Trust Trophy, which is a trophy in Scotland for all Scottish sides who are not in the top flight, so it's not a massive honour for a lot of clubs, but for some smaller clubs it can be quite a nice wee day out. We won 3-0 against Partick Thistle in the final there. And then, as you can see, the Premier Sports Cup, we'll take a look and see exactly how we made it to the final and finished runners-up, unfortunately. So in the Scottish League Cup, lower-sided teams start in a group stage, so we beat Cove Rangers 3-1 for beating Inverness on penalties, beating Kelty Hearts on penalties, local rivals, for beating Premier League opposition St Johnstone 2-1. In the first of the knockout phases, we then went to Celtic Park and beat Celtic 2-1 with an 84th minute goal from Rhys Breen. We then beat top flight opposition again when we went away to Hearts and won 4-3. We then faced further top flight opposition as we then won at home 3-1 against Livingston before getting to the final and unfortunately losing out to Rangers. We did score in the 93rd minute to make it 3-2, however it just wasn't enough time left in it. We'll now take a look at the league and see exactly how that has fared for us. In the league, we play a 36 game season. We have won 27 games, drawn 4 and lost just the 5, scoring 101 goals along the way while conceding 42. We have managed to absolutely obliterate the Cinch Championship this season, claiming top spot in match day 11 after beating Partick Thistle 2-0, and then we have just cruised along there. So there we have it, nearly a domestic treble for Dunfermline Athletic, the Cinch Championship side. We'll now take a look at the data hub and see exactly what sort of numbers we've got here. So looking at this, we can see we've scored 2.81 goals per game from an XG of 2.37, conceded 1.17, so just a bit more than what we were expected to. But in terms of overall team performance, we have outperformed our goals and our expected points, and we have finished exactly where we were expected to. Squad stats here, and we can see that two of the front three, Lewis McCann and Craig Whiting, have scored 33 and 27 goals apiece, while the other striker will have mainly been Alex Djukabiak with 7 goals himself. But the main thing to take away from this tactic for Dunfermline is that Kane Ritchie-Holzer, the right wing back, has a whopping 31 assists to his name. 31 assists for this man. Overall, in 43 starts, 7 sub appearances, he has 6 goals, 31 assists, and only 4 player of the match. So I thought he may have got a bit more, especially providing those 31 assists there. But that's it. That's where the goals have come. Not as many as the other sides, but a lot more spread out here. So there we have it. We'll move on to our final team now and see exactly how we have been doing. Last up is AS Roma, and as you can see, Europa League runners-up, which we saw, we did lose that to Liverpool. So 2 sides getting to the final of that competition with this tactic. I am very pleased with that. We've went on and won Serie A. We will take a look at the league table and see how we fared overall. We won 30 games, drew 4, lost 4, scoring 100 goals, only conceding the 30. And that is Roma's first win since, I believe, it's 2001. In the top flight of Italian football. Yes, 2001 was the last time they won the league, but we have done it today, winning it with AS Roma with the 3-4-3 triple threat. Looking at the data hub again, we can see 2.63 goals scored from an expected 2.15, conceded 0.79 per game. Overall team performance, we've outperformed our expected goals and our expected points, but again, we're expected to finish first based on those numbers, and we have done that. Looking at the squad now, we can take a look and we can see Lukaku has scored 42 goals while setting up 25 for his teammates. Other players up front will have been Andrea Bellotti with 24 goals and 6 assists, and Asmoon with 12 goals and 2 assists. Tammy Abraham also managed to score 7 with 3 assists. He starts the season injured, so that'll be why those numbers are a wee bit down. But as you can see, the midfield players here, Brian Cristante with 17 goals and 6 assists, and Lorenzo Pellegrini with 13 goals and 14 assists. Assists in this tactic come from the right areas. So Rick Karsdorp, the right wing back with 20 assists, Jaluski, the left wing back with 12 assists, and you can see Christensen, who is the backup right back, with 9 assists to his name as well. We will now see exactly how this tactic finds. So here we have it. This is the 3-4-3 triple threat here. We'll run through the team instructions, run through the player instructions and roles. So we're starting off with a balanced mentality. We have it on shorter passing, passing into space, low crosses while running at the defence, overlapping on the left and right. So that's why these wing backs are getting so many assists. We're also playing at a faster tempo, which means these wing backs are able to basically create a front 5 when we're in attack. We are distributing the ball quickly, we're countering, we're counter pressing. The out of possession, we have a higher defensive line, we've got the high press, we're pressing much more often, we're preventing the short goalkeeper distribution. Running through the team, we have a sweeper keeper on defend with tackle harder. We have 3 at the back with 2 ball playing defenders either side, both with tackle harder. Central defender with tackle harder. You'll see this is a theme, every player in this has tackle harder on. The wing backs, both on tackle harder, take more risks and stay wider, which means they will really stretch the field here while going up and down. We have a regista here with dribble more, shoot less often and tackle harder. We have the Segundo Volante with tackle harder on, and the 3 forwards all just have their presets with tackle harder on. So there we have it. That is the 3-4-3 triple threat. Please let me know how you find it if you download it, and please let me know if there was anything that surprised you here. And as always, please remember to leave a like, comment down below, and please subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.